Today's the big day. We rise.
What is up, Gothamites? Welcome to my everything you kind of need to know going into Gotham Season 5 video. Now, yes, of course, this might not be everything to, you didn't mention that Jim wears his tie differently in episode 5 of Season 5. But still, you know what I mean? This is the kind of gist of things you should or maybe want to know going into Season 5. I do want to say some of it is spoilery. It is definitive stuff that's going to happen in Season 5, but this is all, everything I'm discussing right now is stuff they've been happy to put out themselves from the actors and showrunners themselves. I trust you saw that beginning clip. Gotham are putting out some really cool promos just before the season airs in just a few days. So since I haven't done a Gotham video in quite a few days now, I thought, okay, let's get some of the main facts together, main things to look forward to, and some things you may not know if you're kind of new going into Gotham Season 5 or if you've watched the show recently. I have been over some of this stuff in my previous videos, but here is the main stuff you might or might not know about Gotham Season 5 going into the new season in just, a couple of days. What? How's it going so fast? So, of course, as always, everyone subscribe to this channel for reviews on Gotham Season 5, which will probably be out on the 4th, because it comes back January 3rd. Trailer breakdown will probably be the same day as well. But other than that, let's dive straight into this video. So, Poison Ivy is returning. Some people may know this. A lot of this stuff we only got proper confirmation from in the latest trailer. Previously, we did see Ivy pictures throughout Gotham's behind-the-scenes photos when he was filming way into the early season. In the latest trailer, we saw Peyton List, not Cameron Monaghan's Peyton List, but this Peyton List, talking to Bruce saying, I wonder what will grow from you, because I'm guessing she's captured him. But it's not just Poison Ivy returning, of course. Other villains will be returning with their own sector, such as Scarecrow, Zaz, Penguin, Sirens, Jervis Tetch, the Mad Hatter, just other people like that. Be sure to know that they are coming back as well. Now, you may know about time jumps, like the most popular one being the 10-year time jump, but there is actually a few time jumps. So Season 5 will actually begin, apparently, so this may be subject to change, but this is assuming what John Stevens said at New York Comic Con is still true, that Season 5 will be starting off at the end of No Man's Land, but then it will jump right back to the present day, showing the journey, obviously, to get to that ending point throughout Season 5, but supposedly in the middle of Season 5 there will be another time jump. I'm guessing months, not obviously years, but months, probably to accelerate, because obviously with only so many episodes, I think they put it this way themselves as well, this time jump would only help serve it, because it's like skipping forward in the narrative. Only 12 episodes, don't have 22 to lengthen out that time, makes sense. And then of course, right at the end, guys, we do have the 10-year time jump, which a lot of people are looking forward to, because that is where we're going to see, well, just our Gotham 10 years in the future with Batman, future Catwoman, future James Gordon as hopefully the Commissioner and everything like that. Of course, this season will see new characters join Gotham Season 5, which is an interesting thing. Love seeing new characters, but only so many episodes. So don't, expect proper fleshed out stories for these new characters. They might only be in an episode or a part of an episode where you may have thought previously there would be more before we even found out we were getting 12 episodes. But for example, we're getting Magpie. Of course, this season we're getting the introduction of Bane. We have Mother and Orphan and other possible villains they wanted to do, such as Man-Bat, and also possibly teases of the Ventriloquist and Scarface, because they wanted to do that, but now it turns out they're not doing that. But we still will probably get a little Easter egg in the background of maybe even Scarface, the dummy, being built or something like that. Man-Bat, I haven't heard too much about him. I haven't seen any behind the scenes stuff or anything like that, so I assume they're doing him, but they did say they're doing Ventriloquist and Scarface, but they had to scrap him. What's going on with my voice? So Jeremiah will be in this season quite a bit. Now, I think it's likely that he'll be in episode 4 onwards, just judging by what the synopsis says from episode 3, where it says that Selena is going to go after Jeremiah, so you would have to think it's not that episode we see him, it's probably episode 4, then onwards. But his story will mainly consist of trying to prove his love and his friendship for Bruce Wayne in very twisted ways, some of which we have learned is to bring back Thomas and Martha Wayne, and God knows what he's going to do even beyond that. So yeah, get excited for twisted Jeremiah stuff this season. So in terms of Bruce Wayne this season and gadgets and armor, what's he getting? He will be getting the Batclaw, or like at least a very proto version of it. We see him use it in the trailer to stop Selina Kyle actually killing the mutant gang leader, which is an interesting one, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But of course, he will be getting other gadgets from Lucius Fox, such as night vision goggles, which will also be going out to the GCPD, although the Batsuit itself won't be appearing until the 10-year time jump. Now, as for Selina Kyle, you may remember last season she was shot by Jeremiah, the proto-Joker himself, and actually got paralyzed as a result. Now, I think this could be subject to the fact we're only getting 12 episodes and stuff like that, but they're going to move that or hyper-accelerate that story onwards, and she will already be going after Jeremiah or thinking about doing that by episode 3. So in episode 1 and 2, Bruce will be trying to help her, he'll be there for her, but she'll be giving up on life, even doing like this suicide attempt, and Bruce will kind of do, what other choice will he have other than to go to this witch, believe it or not, apparently get a potion from her, and this is what makes Selina come back better than ever, as she puts it herself. Now this does seem to give Selina that kind of more Catwoman-y comic book distance kind of relationship from Bruce, we know, rather than, you know, how Batcat was seeming to become this thing last season. This season we will see her, as we said earlier, more feral. But I am a bit uneasy about the fact that whether this potion will actually, from what we saw teased in the trailer, her actual pupils seem to be of cats. And in a recent promo, like what I showed at the beginning of this video with Jeremiah, there's a promo of Selina and they flash the cat eyes. Now I am hoping personally that that is still just an effect they're doing to add coolness to the trailer. The fact that she is none other than Catwoman, why not give her a cool little glimpse there? But if this lines up with what we saw in previous trailers of the cat eyes in another shot, they may be actually making her a potion-induced meta-like Catwoman, which I just don't really dig personally. Now Echo, the proto-Harley Quinn of Gotham Season 5, much more closer than Harley Quinn they've ever got on the show before, will be more Harley Quinn than ever, featuring not only just a very reminiscent Harley Quinn kind of costume with like the symbols and everything like that, the makeup, just a crazy personality in general. She will be sporting roller skates. We even see that in the latest trailer with her knocking out Jim Gordon, even using the word pudding. So that is some exciting stuff we've got to come this season in regards to her character. Now Bruce and Jeremiah will be having a lot of story this season, but it will result in a showdown in Ace Chemicals, where it is likely that Jeremiah himself will fall in the chemicals. Now the reason why I say that is because we do get this shot of Bruce looking down at something green. It seems to be in the exact same moment in the trailer where they were fighting at Ace Chemicals. You can't really think of any other reason why he'd be looking down at something and with like this reflecting face on, just like, oh crap, that happened. Well, thank God I just got rid of him. It's kind of obvious that Jeremiah falls it in, albeit that the chemical vat this season or in Gotham's universe probably won't give the same traditional effects than what it does in the comic books. Because Jeremiah, as we already know, has already got the cosmetic effects of the Joker, bleached skin, everything like that. So what will the chemical vat do? That still has yet remained to be seen, but I'm looking forward to finding out. Now the Riddler and Lee, now whether you're a new person, as I said, and you've just finished season 4, they will be brought back to life by Hugo Strange, but albeit with unusual side effects. So both of them will seemingly be waking up around Gotham City. So even Lee does that, and it seems that she wakes up in a dark zone with a gun in her hand and she doesn't know what's happening to her. But the same thing is happening to Edward Nygma. He's kind of blaming this on his alter ego as the Riddler, but also Penguin. He thinks that maybe he has something to do with it, but he'll be waking up all around the city, but he will find himself towards the end of the season. Like throughout it, it will not be the actual Riddler we know. I think that will be coming much more towards the GCPD war with Bane. And talking of Mr. Bane, none other than Eduardo Dorrance, aka Bane, will be coming this season. It seems he's created by Hugo Strange. We got that kind of clue in the last trailer. He was there on the operating table with the kind of, you know, Indian Hill juices or whatever fluidy stuff that is going in him that is creating Bane, but obviously it must be, or some of that stuff must be Venom. He will arrive in Gotham City as an ally and old friend to Jim Gordon because they served in the war together. But what the motivation behind his transformation into Bane is still unclear. Like, was it the plan all along? Or is the change due to an injury or something that happens during Season 5? that would then make him change into Bane, and then when he's injected into Venom, will he then become evil? But as I said, was the city being a no man's land city his motivation all along to capitalize on that? We're gonna have to wait and see, but something lands Eduardo Dorrance in Hugo Strange's care and what turns him into Bane, and I can't wait to find out what. And also, speaking of Bane, a very traditional Batman story is that his back gets broken by Bane. So something like that will be happening this season, but not to Bruce. It will be happening to Alfred. Now that is a big kind of spoiler, if you will, but they literally released this at Comic-Con a while back. So yeah, Alfred will have his back broken apparently by Bane. I'm sure he'll be fine in the long run. It's kind of probably a random little fan servicey twist up moment there, but we're going to have to wait to see how that will unfold. It looks like Jim and Barbara will have a romantic fling, judging by what we see in the trailer. Now this could very well end up leading to the Barbara Gordon baby in the future or something like that, maybe named after her mother. That has yet to be seen, but I'm very intrigued with the 10-year time jump. Will all of that actually be happening? Fans have speculated this for years now during Gotham, so it's definitely looking like it might actually go that way. Other fun facts are that Penguin now has a dog this season, and he's named it Edward. Now this probably was subject to change, and it's been a while since this was said by the showrunner, but the Batman suit is supposedly reminiscent of The Dark Knight Rises, very metallic-y and battle-y. But as I said, that could have changed now. Apparently it was long ears, but now it might be short ears, who knows. Penguin will get his monocle, although that is in a time jump. He will have the injury, well, he will get it from an injury, and that will be in present day, in No Man's Land. So I don't know if we'll see the monocle be worn during those times. It seems like he has a bandage from behind the scenes stuff. He will also be overweight compared to what we've seen him on the show. A little bit more comic book accurate there, but I really wouldn't exactly call it an overweight penguin, like a fat penguin from the comics. From behind the scenes photos, he kind of looks the same, just a little bit more thick. Now, talking of our characters in that future, the Riddler will be getting his 10-year future Riddler question mark suit, and it looks awesome, and I can't wait to actually see that on motion on the screen. It's going to be really, really cool. The same applies to everyone else in the future, to be honest. I just can't wait to see what Gotham are going to do with Alfred and everyone like that, how they might subtly look a little bit different. And yes, Batman himself will be taking out popular villains in that 10-year time jump. So from set photos and videos, and I have covered this before, it appears that the Riddler and Penguin, after escaping custody, get caught by Batman, overseeing the transport, probably making sure they wind up in Arkham or wherever they're going, without escaping. But they do escape, and it looks like he captures them, or like he engulfs them. They're both screaming. It's pretty hilarious if you've seen the behind the scenes stuff. And he ties them up again, probably ready for the GCPD to, put them into custody again. So this leads me to believe that Batman will be present throughout the whole episode. Supposedly, John Stevens teased that, and this is from a New York Comic Con interview, that the Batsuit won't be until the very end, but I think he will be throughout the episode, although we might not see the details of the suit or anything like that very well, maybe until the last scene. But we will be seeing Batman throughout, and that's what I'm really hoping and really looking forward to. But judging by him capturing Oswald and the Riddler, we're definitely going to see him in action, hopefully alongside Catwoman and other people. And in relation to this, according to John Stevens, the original plan was, and probably still is, and has been, well, it's all over now, but either way, to maintain the original cast for the 10-year time jump. Now, obviously, for Batman, that would still mean a stunt double in the Batsuit, but I'm still thinking in Bruce Wayne turtleneck, kind of normal Bruce Wayne scenes, they're gonna age David Mazouz up or do something like that. But when it actually comes to a Batman under the cowl and things like that, you will be seeing someone else. I'm very intrigued as to what will be happening with Selina. Will it be a similar situation? Obviously, another actress in the actual Catwoman role when they're battling, maybe, if we're even seeing that. But when it actually comes to talking or dialogue scenes, it might be Cameron Beacon-Dover. But we'll have to wait and see there as well. But anyway, guys, that is everything I think you need to kind of know going into Gotham Season 5, or just to kind of scratch your hunger going into it in just a couple of days' time. Let me know if you think I missed anything out of what you think should have been on this list. Obviously, there are probably things I've missed, but these are the main things I think are coming in the season, like Bane. Oh, Jeremiah's doing this, blah, blah, blah. You get the picture. So Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Gotham is just around the corner. I can't wait to start reviewing it and everything like that. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like on it, as it really does show your support for the channel, really helps it out as well. Of course, subscribe if you're brand new. Links, as always, are in the description down below. Expand that description box. I have Discord as well. But I hope you all have a lovely, happy new year, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.